Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Talk Blurty to Me. You are talking to Mari and Lana. Hello, Lana.
Hello, Mari. How are you?
Oh, I'm
Dapper?
good. Is that what this is? That's what that was.
Chipper?
I would say I'm quite chipper, core blimey tally ho.
Fish and chips and all.
Yes, I do like a good fish and chips. I will say.
Now I'm going like southern. I'm all due to the class.
Yeah, I was like, this is slowly. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't a great whatever that was supposed to be anyway, but you did very quickly turn southern.
Yeah, I do
So my
declare.
fish and chips and
Yes, I love a big old glass of sweet tea.
ain't nothing like mama's old sweet tea, I tell you what.
It's a man here and he wants my hand in marriage. Now I'm gone with the wind,
Yes.
which is how I
Well,
feel
don't
right
hire
now.
us to do accents, I guess. Lana feels like she's gone with the wind. I don't
Mentally
know what
gone with
that
the wind
means.
right now. That means I'm tired. I'm gone with the wind. It's
Yes.
a new term. It's going to be on the internet.
I like it. I'm also gone with the wind, so I feel you. Um, but like I mean, like we're getting closer to the end of this year, where we will then enter 2022 and see what happens. I guess we've been in quarantine for like 2 years now, so I don't even know. I guess we aren't totally in quarantine, but these COVID days.
Yeah, we've been in something.
Yeah, we've been in some weird. So I'm just happy to take any cheerfulness I can take. Like even I'm not like a big like I love Halloween as I've mentioned, but I'm not a big like no one really celebrates Thanksgiving for what it was because we all realize it's atrocious and terrible. We usually use Thanksgiving as like, excuse to get with friends and family and cook and love each other. Um and
Oh,
then
that's
there's
good.
yeah, that's good.
Use it
What
to
do you
eat
use it
food.
for? Oh
To
yeah,
eat
that too.
lots of food and
I think I
tell
said
myself I
eat.
won't get fat.
I put eat
None of
on
that
my
other
list. I
stuff
said eat
matters.
together.
It's time for mac and cheese.
Well, excuse me. I use it for friendship. Lana uses it purely for food.
Yep. Carbs
Oh, I do love carrots, potatoes, all the potatoes. That's really all I want.
and pasta. Potatoes, pasta, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes,
Yes, greens,
onions,
beans, potatoes, you
rams.
name it. Yes, all of that. Um, but then there's like, Christmas, which I'm actually not a huge like Christmas person. It's too I don't know how to say this without sounding like the Grinch. It's too happy. But I've never been a big Christmas person. Like I appreciate that of course people find joy in it. Like I'm never gonna take away anyone else's joy. But for me personally, I've never been the big like, oh, I have a tree and I'm putting up lights and I'm playing Christmas music. Like it was never
Hmm.
my thing. Halloween is for me what Christmas is for a lot of people. Like I'm Halloween is when I'm like watching the scary movies and putting up decorations and all of that stuff versus like a lot of
Hmm.
people do that for Christmas. Yeah.
I like Christmas.
Mhm.
I like the tree, but actually, I've had like terrible Christmases the past few years. Not terrible, terrible, but haven't been that great. But I do like now that like I'm older and like um, you have your own place and you want to
Mhm.
decorate. That like you don't live with your parents anymore. That
Right.
decorating a tree sounds fun and like putting up decorations. That sounds fun to me because, it's my own tree, so
Right.
I'm excited about it. And you could do like an anime theme tree, who knows?
This is true. I mean, I definitely tried. Like in my head, I was like, well, maybe it's just because, like you said, like living with your parents or like just like you didn't have a place of your own. And so when I first moved out by myself, I did try to like I got a tree. I got like these cute like Legend of Zelda ornaments and like something like very video. I had like some Disgaea like
Hmm.
pretty ornaments, like very video game related. And then I realized that like I just hated it, and then it was annoying to take the tree back down. Like it was more annoying than it was cute. Like I took a picture of the tree and I was like, "This is cute," and then I was like, I have to take this back down eventually," and that's what happened.
Well, not if you're in Louisiana. They keep their trees up all year and they change them every season. It's a Mardi Gras tree, Valentine's Day tree, so you keep it up all year.
Okay, but I have lived on the west side for the majority of my life, and that's not how they work there. So that doesn't help me, Lana.
It does. You don't have to follow the norms and conformities of the western side of the United States, okay? Go
This
down
is
to the
true.
south.
I just
Have
feel
you a
like
tree?
eventually that tree's gonna have to come down, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to take it down. I hate it. Like even if it's I didn't
Yeah.
take my tree down until like March. It was
Mhm.
sad. Like I remember my Dungeons and Dragons group coming over at like the end of March, and they were like, "Mari, is this your Christmas tree?" And I was like, "But I took the ornaments off, so
Now it's just a
it's
tree.
fine." Yeah, now it's
This
just a
is
tree in my
this
house,
is my St. Patrick's tree. Yeah,
right?
St. Patrick's tree.
Y'all don't have a St. Patrick's tree? Like, what are
Just
you
throw some
doing?
Lucky Charms on it.
Just random Lucky Charms.
Yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh,
But I will tell you why I love Christmas. And I know we're
mm-hmm,
going to talk about games, but I'm going to tell you why else I love Christmas.
mm-hmm.
Time. Of course, it's the season of giving and it's great and it's, a day to remember and it's Jesus's birthday. But I will tell you why I love Christmas. Because all new flavors come out during Christmas. There's sugar cookie Pop Tarts and sugar cookie crunch instead of cinnamon toast crunch.
I was wondering where you were going with this. I was like time off. I do like the time off.
No, there's sugar cookie Pop Tarts. There's sugar cookie crunch. There's like all types of Christmas flavors that come out that I mean, you may not like anything else about Christmas, but the food and the treats that come out during that time, chef's kiss,
That's
Santa's
fair.
kiss.
That's fair. I do like there's this rum cake that my mom always used to get from Neiman Marcus actually every holiday season. I think she actually
What?
still does to this day. Neiman Marcus, they
Bougie.
do a delicious rum cake and she gets it every year, and that's like one of the few reasons I'm like I like this time of year because I know I'm going to get a rum cake, and I'm actually like going to go to
Look
Neiman
this up.
Marcus and get one.
I'm
They're
gonna go
good.
to
They have a
Neiman
couple of
Marcus.
different cakes that they do too. But that rum cake is delightful. So I'm gonna go pick one up because my mom's getting one and we're gonna like video call each other and eat rum cake together. So it should be fun. And drink some wine
I didn't know
probably.
they sold anything but coats and bags.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going there to get the cake now. That's my
Right.
new bakery.
Yeah, I just
I
want the
just feel like
cake.
that feels
That's all I
bougie. I'm
want.
like, Neiman Marcus cake. I
You can go
got
to
my
Neiman.
fries from Gucci.
Gucci fry, really.
Yeah, they have a restaurant in Beverly Hills near Neiman Marcus. So
I don't know. I feel like I'm not getting Gucci fries. Somebody go try Gucci's fries and tell me if they're good.
I will
Someone.
try them.
Yes. Okay, you let me know how they are.
I go
And if
pick
they're
up my
worth the
Neiman
way
Marcus
too much
cake.
money, you're about to yeah, your Neiman
Yeah.
Marcus cake and your Gucci fries.
Like the fries are Gucci, the cake is Neiman Marcus. That just sounds so bougie. I love
I
it.
feel like, what is
I
wrong
love
with
it.
you? I love it. I mean,
It's
it's
okay. I'm an op,
definitely.
so let's start there.
I'm a, I mean, it is definitely like way too much money for a cake for sure. It's one of those things that I think I would probably buy and like we would have to eat together, maybe with a couple of other friends, because there's no way I'm going to finish this cake together or at one time. And it's like $60 for a cake, so we're absolutely going to eat all of it if we're getting it.
I will eat all of it for $60. I'll be like, give me that cake. I spent good money on it. Going
I
straight
have to eat
Matilda
this
right now.
whole cake.
I'm gonna pass out for 3 days after this.
And it'll be okay. You just have to run it off later. That's all.
Yep.
Anyway, back to the main point of this. I don't know how we got on a
Well,
Neiman
we got
Mark
on the foods of
cake.
Christmas. That's why
We
Christmas is
did. Oh yeah,
great.
that's right. We were still talking about Christmas. That's what
See?
happened. We are
So
still on point.
we're on track. We are. We
Yes,
just started learning about Neiman Marcus cake and Gucci fries, and Gucci probably has some holiday foods too. But it's the food, and that's why I like Christmas,
yes.
aside from all the other reasons. But that's why you should be excited because of delicious food.
I will say the food is the only reason I'm excited. I'm not excited to hear people playing Christmas music in the streets. I do not want to hear Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas. I do not want to hear, as much as I absolutely love the Jackson 5, I don't need to hear Give Love on Christmas Day
Oh,
ever
that's
again in
my
my life.
jam. That
Ever
is
again in my life, Lana.
such a good
Ever again in my
song,
life. It is.
you know?
I find myself sometimes singing it, and
Yeah.
then I get upset because I've heard it way too much in my
It's
life.
like
So,
you can give more than, things that
yes.
words can say. Why
Even
don't
the
you
man
give
who
love
has
on Christmas Day?
everything
Yeah,
would be so happy
yeah.
if you would
Jeff
bring
Bezos.
give him love on Christmas Day, y'all.
Exactly. That's what we all need to do.
But don't give Mari that song. Um, But yeah, no, the food is definitely a big plus for me. And again, I do like seeing the lights, like when people start to decorate. Especially like I'm sure it'll be a lot less the way I'm envisioning where I currently am. But when I used to live in Colorado, like we had, people with big houses all around. So you would see all these like lights and like big inflatable Santa Clauses and reindeer, and just like people would really go all out on their houses. So it was really cool to like see stuff like that. So I don't like totally hate Christmas or the Christmas season. I just like it's not my thing. Like you won't see my house decked out.
Well, you're missing out because
Mm-mm.
Christmas is awesome. The decorations are amazing, and I love them.
Yeah. Well,
So
I'll just eat the food and enjoy other people decorating.
you see other people's lights just walk by like, while you eat your
Like,
sugar cookie Pop Tart
yeah, pretty much. I'll eat my eating my Neiman Marcus cake on a
cake.
platter as I walk down the street, looking at people's houses.
Mm,
Yes. I like
I'm
those
so
lights
bougie
indeed. Yes, I'm so
for a cake.
bougie. That's what I'll say to myself as I walk. I'm so bougie.
You have a fur coat on. That's all I imagine. You have
Yes,
a fur
in
coat.
LA, it's a big old fur coat.
Like Mari, it's 80 degrees here.
I'm like, yes, but it fits the aesthetic. Like pass out on the ground.
I'm so bougie. You pass up.
Yeah.
I would laugh. That would be hilarious. I hope that doesn't happen to you, but I hope it happens to somebody else.
Yeah, I was like, I hope it happens to someone that I can watch. If you ever see me walking down the streets of LA with a fur coat on, please stop me. I've clearly lost my mind.
When it gets cold enough, you can wear one. I have a fur coat. I want to wear it when it gets cold
I don't
enough.
think it's. I've been here in like November, December, February. I don't
It's
think
like
it's ever gotten cold
January.
enough.
January, it'll start to get cold, and it'll be just cold for a good chunk of January, and then
I mean,
probably not
I
after
did wear
that.
my pea coat in January actually, so maybe. But I don't know. I don't know if a full fur
Hmm.
coat is warranted.
Yeah, I don't know global warming, so
Yeah, who knows what'll happen.
it's been changing things, but
Yeah,
yeah, it
things
used to
been
be
different.
January, it
We'll
gets
see.
cold.
Yeah,
COVID, global warming,
right. We'll see
murder
what happens.
hornets.
Murder. The world's coming to an end, and we'll see what happens in 2022. Yay! But in the meantime, the whole point we were here. So yeah, like I said, I'm not a big Christmas fan, but I do have a soft spot for like holiday and Christmas like episodes of things. Like I really love when there's like here's the Christmas episode because it's usually like really sweet or like romantic or funny, like something like that where I'm like, okay, this made my heart warm and fuzzy, even though it's like I said, not my favorite holiday in the whole world.
Yeah, I have a few episodes, but I feel like I'm not big on Christmas episodes because they're usually
Oh,
more
really?
sappy than because usually the anime I watch is like funny, and then the Christmas episodes are either all serious, but it's sometimes funny.
Yeah, that's fair. I do think that most of the like Christmas stuff that I like is either from like romantic comedy anime. Like I'm thinking of like a couple of the anime that I was thinking of, but they're already like rom coms, so it fits the type of anime already versus like Gintama, and it's like, oh, they suddenly had a Christmas anime and it has to have a heartfelt meaning at the end. It's like literally no other Gintama episode is like this. So okay.
Yeah, I think I know exactly what you're talking about, but
Oh, but I have to put this out here before I get into any type of anime. We have to talk about Yakuza because I was telling Lana earlier that Yakuza Kiwami specifically. Actually, so a lot of the Yakuza games actually do take place around like December holiday season. Like I think Yakuza 5 does too, and so does Yakuza 1. But Kiwami is the remake of Yakuza 2, and it specifically happens around Christmas time. And you like end up in side quests where like you have to dress up as Santa, and like you have to try to find Santa for these kids because they're convinced Santa exists, and they're like, Santa ran away, we saw him, to like find Santa. He's like this drunk dude at a bar. But anyway, everything that happens to Kiryu throughout season or the second game is around Christmas time. So I believe that that is a Christmas video game. If anyone is looking for a game that could really get you into the holiday spirit, play Yakuza Kiwami. It's also cute because they kind of set up the entire city Christmassy. Like you've got the giant Christmas tree. This is like you're in Kamurocho, which is like a made up city in Tokyo. So it's a pretty big city. You see a lot of like landmarks that you see in like actual Tokyo, but you'll see like the giant tree and like the main like plaza is all decked out in Christmas stuff. There's Christmas music in the stores. You get to run like a hostess club, and there's like Christmas music in the hostess club. Don't ask me to elaborate on that. It's a great mini game. But it's a wonderful Christmas game. If you want something Christmas, but not just like Animal Crossing or something like that.
Mm. I have to take your word for it because I've not played any Yakuza games. So
Well, you know it's on the
sounds like
PS4.
a great game.
You could play
I
it
know,
even now.
Mari. I already know. I still got to play Shin Megami Tensei. So it's like
I'm just
we'll get
trying
to
to
it
help
eventually.
you. Yeah, I
We'll
know.
get to. I'll get to it after all my indie games.
Yeah, I'm like, stop playing those indie games and play some real games.
Well, you know what? Indie developers need love too.
They do. They absolutely do. And they're wonderful creators.
Yeah.
And I don't mean those words. I just want you to play Yakuza.
DM Mari if you want us to play your indie game and test it out.
And by we, I mean Lana.
Oh, wow, Mari. They'll be like, wow, not giving them a game because not Mari. She wants to do is play Yakuza and Shin Megami Tensei. Great. And
I've made
Tales
this known.
series.
Yes, those are the only things I want to play. And Fire Emblem.
Yeah. Yep. But what if they make like games like that?
No, I am totally pro indie
Mhm.
games. I just
Yeah.
spend all my money on $60 games and then have no money to spend on indie games, which is why I rely on you. You're my indie plug.
Indie plug.
Yeah.
Great. I love it.
Yes. Good
It's my
old indie
new
plug.
title. Indie plug. That sounds like a plug that's like you buy off Amazon that doesn't work that well. The indie
You know,
plug.
the indie plug. It dies in 2 days, but it's great.
You can use it to charge your iPhone for a second, but it also might steal your information.
Right? You just gotta, just gotta take that chance.
Okay, well, do you have another? Would you like me to go?
Shinmu. Shinmu is another game that I really like the Christmas time. It's very similar to Yakuza, where it's like not a Christmas game, but they really embrace the like aesthetic of Christmas. And Shinmu goes through the seasons because it's like over a time period. So like when you get to December in the story is when things start to change, and like the old man who works the shop is dressed as Santa now, and like the little machine toys that you get are like specialty Christmas editions. Like you can get like a Sonic with a Christmas hat on, and kind of similar where like there's Christmas music playing um, throughout the game and stuff like that. And it's just cute that they took the time to do that, especially considering like with Yakuza is like the game takes place in December. Like that's it. Like there's no time travel. That's when the game takes place. So it makes more sense that like, oh, we need to show that this is December. But it was really cool to see that like Shenmue that's going through all of the seasons took the time to be like, oh, but we made it to Christmas. Naturally, this stuff would be up. And then like as you leave that season, things go back to normal. So it was just like a really cute nod to like the fact that you're going through the seasons. So I really like that.
Yeah, I've never played that game either. Our
It's
list is going to be very
another.
different.
Yeah, I know. This is going to be super different. Shinmu is another. It's like it's old, but it's good. Like Kiwami is a remake. It just came out like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, so it's pretty new. But Shinmu, I think, got ported to the PS4, but it was not like remade. So you are just playing the old, whenever that game came out, 1999 or 2000 or whatever it was, version of Shinmu. But still a lovely game. A little clunky, but it's good. Um, and then I think, yeah, my next things are like anime, really, which I think the only one that really struck me was the Toradora, which I think I've told you about before. Like, I'm not a big rom com anime person, but Toradora is one of my
Hmm.
like I love that. I have it on Blu-ray.
Yeah,
I watch it. Like I
palm
absolutely
top
love that.
tiger.
Yeah, our palm top tiger. And the Christmas episode is so cute because it's kind of when Taiga and the main male lead, who's Ryuji, when they start to realize that when they kind of come to like terms with the fact that they like each other, and um he basically like goes after Tyga to make sure she's okay. But it's just such a, it is the sappy heartwarming episode, but it's also a heartwarming anime with, you know, a lot of fighting and realizing that like you love someone that you didn't think you'd fall in love with. And so that episode is also the moment where they kind of are like, no, I don't think, I know we've been trying to help each other get with these other people that we said we liked, but I think I like you. And so it's just such a cute moment in the anime, and it just happens to be around the Christmas episode. And Taiga feels like so bad because she like accidentally causes the, or no, she like brings a really nice Christmas like ornament, you know, the star that sit on the top of the tree, and she brings this really nice one. I think a baseball like flies through the window and breaks the star, and it's also the girl that she thinks Ryuji still has a crush on. And so it's like all this tension because Taiga's starting to realize she likes him, even though she's been trying to
Hmm.
help him get together with her. So like all this tension builds, and she's like, and now you broke out my star. And she just like has this kind of breakdown. And the girl's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And she feels bad because Taiga's her best friend. And it's just like all of this stuff kind of comes to a head. So it's really just a great episode, but just happens to be centered around Christmas and the holidays.
I don't think I've ever finished Toradora, but I thought it was good.
How dare you? Don't speak to me anymore. I'm hanging up.
Hang up on the podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's the
know. I
whole
think it's
thing.
a good. I do think it's a good anime though, but I don't think
Mhm.
I ever got that far. Um, and I don't know why. I
I
probably
don't know
started
why
watching
either,
something
Lana. I
else
don't know why.
because one of my like high school best friends like loves that anime, and she can't speak highly enough of it. But she hasn't watched any other anime.
I
She
feel
won't
like
watch
it's,
anything else.
well, you don't want to, you know, ruin Toradora by watching something else and it not being as good. I get it.
Well, I mean, yeah, but there are. We both know there's also other good anime. Not
Oh,
to say
yeah,
they're
absolutely.
better,
That was
but
me being
they're.
sarcastic.
But yeah, I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, she's missing
I
out on such
know.
good anime.
Yeah,
Such
no,
good.
I agree. But I do love that she likes Toradora. I feel like that's one of those that, like, even if you're not a big anime fan, you can really love. Like, the storytelling is just really good, and the drama is
Hmm.
just chef's kiss. So, yeah.
It's, I, it's no Peach Girl. No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh, I was like, look, I like Toradora more than Peach Girl, okay? I'm sorry.
It's no Peach Girl drama.
Peach Girl had too much drama. Toradora, I think, had the perfect balance of like drama and high school peak kids like finding themselves. Peach Girl was like all drama all the time.
Like, how old are these kids?
Right. I was like, are y'all 35? What is happening?
This feels very much like a reality show. Too
Right.
hot to
Am I
handle or something.
watching, yeah, am I watching Bad Girls Club?
Peach Girl version, anime version,
Right. But what about you? What are your holiday jams since you don't like many?
songs. No, I'm just kidding. Holiday
Look,
jam. Well, all I want for
all,
Christmas. I'm just
no, I would have once again hang up on this whole podcast.
If I'm talking about okay, so I'm gonna start off with anime because
Mhm.
okay, so I'll definitely have to say Disastrous Life of Psyche K. I don't even know if it's a Christmas episode. Oh, it is. There is a Christmas episode and there's like a end of the year episode. So I think the end of the year one is like the New Year's one where Terahashi, Psyche can like read minds, and she's like praying that Psyche will like be her friend. It was like something weird like that, but he was reading everybody's thoughts, and at first he didn't
Mhm.
want to go, but then when he read everybody's thoughts, he realized that he actually had friends. But it was still very funny in a Psyche like story, so it didn't get very
Yeah.
sappy, but it was like another person showed up, like another person, and everybody catches Psyche like out with his parents during the holidays.
Aw, it was
And
like sappy,
then
but not sappy at the same time.
yeah. And then I think in season two there was an episode where, or the same season, where it was Christmas and Psyche's best friend. Well, he would probably disagree, but Nindo had said he never got to see Santa Claus, and his mom, like Santa Claus, never got him gifts or something because he comes from like, I think his mom was like a single mother and all this kind
Hmm.
of stuff. And so Psyche's dad goes to dress up like Santa Claus to like bring him gifts or something, but I think he ends up getting sick and Psyche does it or something weird.
That's
But
cute.
they're like the parents are like crying in the background, like, he's never had gifts. And they keep doing
Aw.
stuff like that. And so, and then I think at the end, Nendo's like, I always knew my mom was Santa Claus or something. But it was like a
I
really
always
cute,
knew.
funny, yeah, like funny episode, but it was just like how sweet Nendo is. So that's
Yeah.
one of my favorite like Christmas holiday. Funny. Um, the next one would be probably I'm gonna totally butcher the name. Agretzko, like a
Hmm.
Gretzko, or is it Agretsuko? I always get it mixed up.
It's a Gresco. You had it right. Yeah,
Agretzko, yeah, Agretzko. She don't have a holiday episode, but she got a holiday movie on Netflix.
she
So
does.
she does. She might have two holiday movies if I'm being honest. On
I
there.
know I saw the first
So
one. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like there's two, but I can't. I don't know. It just could have Netflix could have changed the poster up on me. Two. So I like that because I love Gretzko, and
Hmm.
then I would say a more sappier, sad one, and this is why I don't like these type of holiday episodes is the fruits baskets, the first fruit baskets. Remember when they were like going to the ball like during the holidays and they were gonna leave
Hmm.
Toru, and then Shigeru was like, "It's her first Christmas without her mom. She's all
Oh
alone."
yeah,
And
she's all by
Yuki and
herself.
Kyo
Yeah.
ran back and she was crying and she's like, "No, no, I'm fine." Like blah blah blah. And they were like gave her a hug. And they're like, "I'm not going to that stupid ball anyways." Like Kyo was like, "So you can go, Yuki." And Yuki was like, "No, I'm gonna stay here." So I thought that was really
Yeah.
cute and sappy, but it was a good episode. And
Yeah,
then,
that's a cute one.
yeah, like if I had to choose a very heartwarming episode, it would be that one for sure.
Mm. I
Um,
like barely remember that one, but it's been so long since I've watched the original Fruits Basket. Like I definitely remember the like scene kind of towards the end where she's like by herself and they
she
like
talked to
go
her
back to
mom.
her because they yeah. Like I remember that part, but I don't remember like any of that episode leading up to it.
Yeah, I think the whole time they were trying to get Kyo to go, and he was like, "I'm not going." Da da da. And then Shigure like tricks him to go, and he's like, "Oh, what you call it will be mad." And then all of a sudden at the end he's like, and she's by herself. And I'm like, why did he do that? Like, why did he
Right.
make Kyo
That's like a
go?
real right jerk move. Yeah.
So um that's one of my favorite ones. And
Okay.
then I think Bully. So Bully,
Hmm.
it's not a Christmas game, but as you know in Bully, if you don't know, you go through like semesters and seasons every time you complete a click, I think.
Hmm.
And there's a Christmas part where it's snowing, and I think you can actually throw snowballs when it snows. So I thought that was really cool. And then if you have like the deluxe bully edition,
Hmm.
there's a whole Christmas DLC part where you go help Santa, and it's like the drunk Santa. There's like a drunk Santa in that game, and
Oh
you go beat
no.
up like other Santas that like other mall Santas, and you still there like you beat up their little. They have elves, and you beat up the elves and like tear down their sets, and then I think you have to find like Christmas things stuff around there. And then I think you have to actually steal a deer at one point because this drunk Santa is telling you to do this. If you don't know what Bully is like the teenage version of Grand Theft Autos made by Rockstar.
Yes,
And so
Rockstar. Good old Rockstar.
as this kid, you're doing that. And so I love that about Bully that it was doing this season. And you get special sweaters. You get like an ugly Christmas sweater from your mom, but then there's other sweaters you can buy from like the student store and other stores to wear around campus. And so I really like that they took it serious and made a whole season. Like the campus is decorated in Christmas decorations. People are throwing snowballs, and even all the characters, like the NPCs, start
Hmm.
dressing in like Christmas attire and winter attire and stuff like that.
That's cute. Yeah, I definitely never finished Bully because I got stuck beating people up just like Santa. So I never got to. I know I got the whatever the like extended edition was because I had it for the Wii, but I don't think I ever made it that far because I beat people up until I got tired and then I stopped playing it. So that's my fault.
Yeah, so it's definitely a good place. So pick it up again.
Yeah.
I think I completed that game. I went to classes and everything. Like I did the whole nine
You're
yards. Like
straight
I,
A ticket student.
yep, straight A's and beating people up. You get these hands and these notes.
That's
Um,
right.
so
I like it.
so I liked that, and then of course I like Stardew and Harvest
Hmm.
Moon aren't Christmas games, but they do incorporate like a Christmas. It's not Christmas because it's like the Goddess Festival or the Star Festival or something like that. But it's
Hmm.
very Christmas adjacent. It feels very Christmassy, and there's decorations. There's usually some festival or event during that
Right.
time, and you have to give people gifts. I think also during that time, like if you have somebody you want to marry and you ain't got enough hearts that year, you get like double hearts. I
Yeah,
think
I think
during
you get
that
like extra
day,
points. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, for giving them a gift or giving them like a certain type of fruit, the crystal fruit at the festival. So I really like that about Stardew and Harvest Moon games because usually they have
Hmm.
like the same kind of similar thing. And I love it when it's Christmassy in the game, except for the fact that I can't grow vegetables. But I love it when it's Christmassy in the game.
See,
And
I'm the opposite where I
my
kind of, yeah. No, I mean, I love that I can't grow vegetables because that's maybe my favorite part about winter and Harvest Moon is like, well, can't grow anything. I get to like, it takes me half the time to do everything because I just like feed my animals and
less money.
leave. Well, that's why, no, you go to the mines, girl. Do what I really want. Get
Yeah,
them
but it's still
gems.
less money because I was already going to the mines and
That's true. That's true.
doing vegetables, going to the mines, having my livestock,
Yeah.
and going
Well,
raising my
it's like
slimes.
it's like running your own business, right? Hopefully you put enough money away where you've accounted for the fact that you're not going to make as much this month and but you're still happy and chilling. Like that's where I like to be where I was like I don't need to grow carrots in December. I'm chilling.
Those are my good Christmas games. The bad games that I wouldn't recommend. I would recommend you. I would recommend you play them if you want to just do something stupid with your money and laugh.
Okay.
Or you can go watch Berleezy play or some YouTuber play these games. So there's one called Prowler. I'm not gonna go into it. Me and Mari talked about it earlier.
Oh
But
god.
there's like that's what the character
Uh,
says. Just look up Burley's. He played 3 random Santa games, but there's one where Santa is doing some suspect stuff, and
suspect stuff.
some cheeks are
You
being
know,
involved.
I was like,
So
this is technically rated as explicit on every platform. So you can say whatever you want.
so yeah, go
Oh
get that game
God.
if you want a laugh or watch a YouTuber. Watch Burley's play because it's really funny his reaction. And then a couple of years ago, there was this game that came out. It was a LeBron James Christmas game. It's like you want a Sprite cranberry. Um, go get
I
that.
feel like that had to be tied in with. Do you remember the old Christmas, like basketball? It was like KRS-One, LeBron, and Kobe. I feel like, but they used to do like these little cute raps with Muppets. They had the reindeers like rapping along with LeBron and like Kobe and KRS-One. It was very
Mhm.
adorable, but I feel like that had to be around that same time frame.
Well, I just know he's like the Sprite mascot,
Yeah.
which is crazy. So I think you had to throw Fantas at him in this game to stop him from chasing you, Orange Fanta. I don't know why that's the case,
The
but
orange Fanta instead of the Sprite. Well, Sprite is the national soda of black people, so I get it.
is it? I didn't know that. As a
According
black
to
person, I missed that memo.
no, I missed that memo too, but according to Sprite, they are. So
It's how you make purple drink. I know that much, right?
this is true. Well, and as stereotypes would tell you, black people love purple drinks, so it's just an extension. No,
Hmm. We're all
absolutely not.
Little Wayne.
But we're all Lil Wayne in this place, guys. That's it. Um, but yeah, no, I don't know. At some point, Sprite started like marketing
Hmm.
explicitly towards black people, and I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think those are the only bad games that I had. There's lots of other bad Christmas games that exist,
Mhm.
trust me.
Oh, for
But
sure.
I just like to watch people play them. I never played them.
Yeah. I'm definitely a I feel like I I like to play very lone games, so the time I have to spend on games that are just like stupid for fun is low because I'm like, well, I could be playing this stupid game or I could be playing this 80-hour RPG. 80-hour RPG.
You can have both.
No, I can't. I will die. There's not enough time in this universe for me to have both
Oh
and
gosh.
do other things with my life, Lana. Stop.
Goodness. Well,
uh,
one day
yes,
you'll have time to do both. You'll be
one
old and
day.
you'll call me up and be like, I finally played all those games you
Yes.
recommended.
I'll be 98 and I'm like, guess who played Santa and LeBron?
I'll be like, good, I can die a happy friend now.
Well, yeah. Well, as you go into your holiday season, I hope you remember to not play uh that those two games that Lana mentioned. And to
I hope you do
instead
play them and you
play,
tell me about it and send screenshots.
yes, send screenshots, but not to
I'm
me.
trying to see something. Yeah, I'm trying to see something.
Okay. In the meantime, you could play Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley, Yakuza Kiwami, and so many other Shinmu, all the good
Bully.
games in the world, and Bully, yes, and Bully, and watch some nice anime and not play terrible games. But yeah, in the meantime, catch us, wherever you catch us, everywhere on all the social media and on YouTube at Talk Blurdy to Me or the Blurdy Girls. But we are signing off.